So we're making pierogis today. I'm adding to flour and salt a mixture of butter, eggs, milk, and we're going to mix that together until we form a shaggy mass, like so. And as soon as we get to that stage, we're going to clean off our fork, and then we're going to turn it out onto our kneading board, and we are going to knead this together until it is a smooth dough. As we knead it together, as soon as it gets to this stage, we're going to do a window pane test, which is where we stretch a piece of dough until we can see the light through it. Then we're going to ball it up, and we're going to put some saran wrap on it and let it rest. Now we're caramelizing onions for the filling and some butter until they look like that. Boiling potatoes until they're fork tender. Then we're going to peel them, and we're going to rice them or mash them, whatever you have. We're going to add sour cream, the onions, salt and pepper to taste, and we're going to mix that all together until it looks like this. We're then going to roll our dough out, and we're going to cut it with a whiskey glass. It's about 3 inches in diameter. I don't have a ring cutter that's 3 inches in diameter, so I use this. And then I'm going to scoop it out with a scoop that is about an ounce, and we want to make sure it gets right in the center of the dough disc because we're going to fold it in half. We're going to stretch the dough around it. The trick to pierogis to remember is that you're trying to put as much filling into the dough as possible. So when you do this, you're actually going to roll your dough out to about 1/8 of an inch thick, and then you're going to stretch it around the filling to get it to be even thinner than if you were to just try and roll it out straight. And then you're going to pinch it really tightly around the edges. Big thing, don't get any of the potato filling on the edges that you're trying to push together. The starches in the potato will actually prevent the seal from creating, and the dough won't be able to stick together. So we're going to stretch, fold, and then pinch the dough together. And big thing to remember, don't get any of that filling on the edge because the dough won't stick. And you want to pinch really tightly because you're trying to get the dough on the edge to be as thin as the dough that's wrapped around the filling so the dough cooks evenly around it. So again, you're going to stretch, fold, and then pinch really tightly. So you boil them for about 3 minutes or until they float. They'll float. Floating is what's going to tell you that they're done. As soon as they float, you're going to take them out of the water. You're going to drain away as much water as you can because we're going to fry them next. So we're going to fry them in medium-high heat, about 1 to 2 minutes on each side until golden brown, as you can see as I'm flipping these over. Some of these just got added in from the pot after they got boiled. You don't have to do this step. This is just something that you can do if you'd like a little extra texture to it. But I like it. It adds a nice little added flavor, added texture, and it gives a little contrast to just having soft, doughy pierogis. Serve this with sour cream and some caramelized onions on top.